Think about things that are positive in life. Don't be crumpled up by negativity. So my big break, you might be wondering, well, that's good. He was bankrupted. He got into sales, but that's like, okay, well, he's done pretty well, high income again. But how did he bounce back, like really bounce back to like when his accountant tells him, hey man, you're back to where you were before you got struck off?
Right. How long? And that took 7 years.
Just under 7 years.
Okay.
Now, the reason why is because I used my brains.
Okay.
I was struck off. I had a lot of clients that were still saying, man, we need you.
Right.
You've been our lawyer for 20 years and like, what do we do? Now, I'd say, oh, I can't help you. I haven't got a practicing certificate. Go and see so-and-so. So-and-so charges so much. We can't afford him. The only reason we come to you mainly is because you are free. I said, well, not quite free. I can't help you. But what I can do is if you can't get a lawyer, if you can't get legal aid, then come back to me. Let's see if I can help you as a McKenzie friend.
Okay. Well,
you know what that is?
No.
A McKenzie friend is, you know how you have people who go to court and they're acting for themselves?
Yeah.
They don't want a lawyer or can't get a lawyer?
Right.
They're called self-representatives.
Okay.
Another word for them is self-litigants.
Okay.
Now, those people who go along by themselves, in the British legal system, they are allowed to take a support person.
Right.
That support person doesn't have to be a lawyer.
Right.
It can be anyone.
Right.
When I found that out, I said, well, let's look into this a little bit more. I researched it and found out that this rule, this entitlement in our system we've been allowed that since the days of the Magna Carta in the 1500s.
Right.
A very little known secret, though. I asked myself, why don't more people know about this? And then I realized, well, of course, especially in New Zealand, it's not really in the lawyer's interest to be telling people, well, you don't need us, you can take a support person.
Right.
The problem with the support person is it's no use taking your mum along or your best buddy or your neighbor if they're just coming to hold your hand. They're just there for psychological support. What I did was I studied all our friends in England. I remember the days when I was studying in England. I said, what are these guys doing now? Then I found out that a lot of them were actually starting to become McKenzie friends, the support people, but they're going another level up because they're actually training. I said, what are they training? And they were training how to be effectively like a bush lawyer, a good bush lawyer. You know what
a bush lawyer?
A bush lawyer is like a slang for someone who doesn't have a legal degree, but who knows a heck about the law.
Right. Okay.
And also the procedures. And they're very helpful to support people.
Okay.
So when I saw this in England, I thought, well, this is great. I'm going to take it a step further, and I'm actually going to professionalize this support person.
Right.
This McKenzie friend. So I went to Australia. I was in Australia from 2016 to 2020. Right? I went to Australia and I set up a business, McKenzie Friend Professionals.
Right.
And that was a company which specialized in Aussie, with me as the trainer, training people who had their own case but didn't want a lawyer, but they wanted to self-litigate and they wanted a support person. I said, well, I can help you on both. Come to my training course. I will teach you, bring your case with you. I will teach you over a 3-day period on how to run your case by yourself in the court. Really? Yeah. And so they got me for three days to be able to effectively give them free advice on their case. And at the end of the 3 days, I developed a training program, which is so good. But at the end of the 3 days, they were going, man, I want to go. I'm ready. And I had to go, whoa. I'd have to actually, some of them have to bring them back a little bit. You're a little bit overconfident. And so I developed a training program through this business, McKenzie Friend Professionals.
Right.
It's a training program for self-litigants.
Right.
And also, I developed another training program for people who want to be professional support people called McKenzie Friends.
Right.
All right. So say if you've got a case and it's an appropriate one for McKenzie Friends, not all of them are. If you have a murder trial and you come to me going, I want to do it myself, I'll be going, you're a fool. You need a lawyer.
Right.
If you come to me and you say, I'm in the family court And it's just like, I know all the facts, and it's about access. I want to see my kid, and my partner's not letting me. I can't afford a lawyer.
Right.
Then I'd say to you, well, this is a perfect case for you to do yourself. If you're articulate, which you are, if you know the facts of your case, then you could do this. I'll show you how to do it. I'll train you on how to do it. I'll tell you what the issues are, what you've got to concentrate on, what you've got to avoid. I'll tell you what your strong points are. I'll tell you what your weak points are. I'll tell you how to address the judge, how to address the other party. I'll show you how to open your case. I'll show you how to cross-examine the other side, witnesses. I'll show you how to close your case. I'll show you the relevant law, how you can find the relevant law to your case, and you can read it, and I can help you refine it. So that's the self-litigant side of it. Now, what a lot of self-litigants during their 3-day period will say to me is, I'm great, I'm ready. But now it'll be so good if I can have a support person with me too that you've trained. So what I do then is, there's certain people that I have trained as McKenzie Friends through my company. That's another training program. That's another training course. That's another 4-day course. And that's NZQA certified. So those people who do that support person course, they actually get a equivalent of some sort of qualification as well. And those people, they then specialize in helping people like you, the self-litigant. So when you marry up, you've got a good, formidable team. And so that's a company that I started in Australia. Sorry, not a company, a business. And that was going very well. The Aussies really took to it.